Hello everyone. Today we are going to see about the organizational structure of the material management. So this was the question in our last session. Ki sales area is combination of like which or what or which of the three units. Okay. So the answer would be sales, organization, and distribution channel, and finally division. So sales area consists of sales org, distribution channel, and the division. So in the hierarchy of the we are going to discuss about these component or the units like plants, storage location, shipping point, purchasing organization, and purchasing group. Okay, let's start with our main content. Okay, so let's see the material management enterprise structure. So at the top, we are having the client. We have already seen what does this client mean. Basically, client actually holds all your data, having its own master records, and hold all the users which are maintained in that particular server or the system. Below that, we are having the company code. This we have also discussed multiple time in our previous videos regarding the organizational structure. So company code mainly used for uh, like making financial statements. So all the financial statements like profit and loss statement or the balance sheet, all are majorly prepared at the company code level. So main part or the structure of the start with plant. Okay, so plant in this organizational structure is basically defined as the place, or we can say a physical location, where material are produced, material are consumed, or material are stored. Or simply we can say overall inventory is managed in plant itself. And further, this plant is used for multiple purposes. Okay, whether it is a material requirement planning, which we shortly call as MRP, or it is a production, or it also acts like valuation area, in particularly in FIMM integration. So what is this valuation area? We are going to see in our separate session where we would be discussing about the FIMM integration. And apart from this, each plant is assigned to single company code. Okay, so plant cannot be assigned to many or the multiple company code, and it should be assigned to a single company code only. And other important thing about the plant is, for example, if you are creating any material master data, so each material master data would be plant specific. And further technically, if you see, plant is a 4 character alphanumeric key in SAP. So the next is storage location. So what is this storage location? Simply, it is a subdivision of plant where stocks are physically kept or stored. So under single plant, we can have number of these storage locations. So the purpose of the storage location is to differentiate the various types of stocks. So within a single plant, you might having the number of stocks like stocks of finished good, stock of traded good, or stock of raw material. So all these types of stocks are stored or kept under the different storage locations. And storage location also used for the like multi-purposes. For example, physical stock movement or stock transfer order STO from one plant to another plant. And overall, we are able to do the inventory tracking. For example, we know for example, we have to transfer the stock from the one plant to another. We know under which storage location of the plant we are having the excess storage or the excess stock, which needs to be transferred to the another plant. And technically in SAP, it is also a 4 character alphanumeric key and simply assigned to plant only. So one plant can have the multiple storage locations. And next is the shipping point, which actually an integral part of the SD organizational structure, not the but still it is widely used in the material management. That's why we have taken here. Okay, so what is the shipping point? It's a physical location from where our goods are shipped, and it also includes the activities like picking, packing, and finally the shipping. And the shipping point is defined at the client level, but it is assigned to plant. So if something is defined at the client level, what does it mean? It means it is available to be used by like other entities or the other plants of the company codes. Okay, so this can be utilized by other organizational unit. But if you see the assignment, so shipping point is assigned to the plant only. Okay, and again, it is a four character alphanumeric key in SAP. And next we are having this purchasing organization. So purchasing organization and the purchasing group, they are not the part of the hierarchy, but still are significant units. How we will be seeing. So what does this purchasing organization used for in the organization? So simply, if you see, it is a central entity in SAP which is responsible for negotiating prices, terms, and conditions with the vendor, and finally responsible for the procuring goods and services on behalf of any company. And if you see, whenever you are creating the vendor master data, we are having the three level of data: the general data or the company code data and the purchasing organization data. So we have to define our vendor data also under the purchasing organization if that vendor is used for the purchasing activities. So that is how it is also plays important role. And another thing is this purchasing organization can be of like two type. One is centralized and another is decentralized. So what is the meaning of these two words? Centralized, for example, if you are assigning this purchasing organization, single organization to the multiple company code for your like different entities, you are having only one purchasing organization which is procuring material for all the entities for all the company codes. In that case, the process would be centralized, okay, or your purchasing organization would be centralized. And in case if you want the decentralization or you want the purchasing organization or entity should be individual for each company code or the plant. So in that case, you would having the purchasing organization which would be assigned to a single company code or the plant. And another thing is purchasing organization is assigned to both uh, to plant and to the company code also. So this thing you have to remember. And this is also in SAP the four character alphanumeric key. Okay, so are you getting four character alphanumeric key means, for example, there is a like decentralized process and you are having purchasing organization for different countries, individual purchasing organization. So let's suppose in India you are having one purchasing organization, you can name like IN01. So it is a four character alphanumeric key, numeric 01 alpha IN. So it can be completely numeric key, it can also be completely alpha. Okay, means alphabetic number it will be having like INNN, okay, or it may be having 1000 or anything like this. Okay, and next we are having this purchasing group. So what is this purchasing group? Basically, it's a group of buyer, okay, or the group of people who are responsible for day-to-day purchasing activity for the organizations. Let's suppose there is a manufacturing organization. There might be a need of the different raw materials. Okay. So for that, you might have the dedicated teams or groups of people to procure those various types of raw material as per their expertise, as per their knowledge or experience. You can like segregate the teams or group of people to procure those raw materials. So that is the use of purchasing group. And simply you can use purchasing group for the work distribution. And technically, if you see in SAP, it is a three character alphanumeric key. Otherwise, we have seen all these units were having four character alphanumeric, and this purchasing group is three character alphanumeric in SAP. Okay, let's start with our question section. Okay, so the question is storage location. Storage location can be assigned to how many plants? So the question is single storage location can be assigned to how many plants? So the answer is simply one. But one plant can be assigned to multiple storage location. So the relationship between plant to storage location is 1 to n, and the storage location relation with the plant is 1 to 1. Okay, so the next question is, which I want you to give the answer in the comment section, that which unit differentiates the stock. So from which unit of this organization structure we are come to know about the differentiation of the stock. So give this answer in the comment section. We will be meeting in the next session. Thank you.